been having a little bit of trouble sleeping recently.
Okay. So I had some points, acupressure points in mind, and they actually align very well with helping to sleep, insomnia, relieve stress, and things like that that can help you relax and actually fall asleep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start just putting on some gloves. Actually, gonna take off my rings first. Okay, I'm gonna be putting on my gloves. First, we're just going to start with some breathing exercises and just some light face massage so you can get into a state of relaxation. I'm going to ask you to take a few deep breaths with me. So you can start and take a deep breath. Now inhale. Okay. Try to hold out for 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Okay, one more time. Go ahead and inhale. Hold out for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Okay, very good. Just go ahead and relax. You can close your eyes. If you fall asleep, that's okay too. Just gonna start massaging the face. During this session, we're first going to be locating all the points that we're going to be addressing. In a certain area, I'm going to start by the head. I'm going to be locating the points we'll be working on. And then we'll move on and do the massage. Try to focus on your breathing and try to block out any outside noise. Okay, the first point that we're going to be looking for and working on is the GV24.5. So that's the governing vessel. And the point is 24.5, and it's also called the third eye. It's located right between your eyebrows, the middle of the forehead. And since this is one of the most important points for relaxation, I'm going to start applying some gentle pressure. I'm going to work a little bit on this one first before we move on to the next one. We're using different tools to apply different types of pressure. This is a larger area and it's going to be a little bit softer pressure. And now we're applying a quite larger area. This part right here will help us relieve any anxiety related symptoms, and one of those could be insomnia. It can also help relieve any sinus symptoms, which tend to be very common during this time of the year. Okay. Now we're going to be moving to the next point, and that one I'm just going to be locating it for now. We'll be completing the massage later. So that one's located. I'm going to have you turn your head this way. That one's located right behind the ear. This is the Anmian or peaceful sleep point. And as the name refers to, this point is really important for sleep. Okay. So I found the point right here. Just going to be placing a little mark right here. Go ahead and locate the other one. So it's located right at the base of the skull on either side of the head, right behind the ear. Next point we're going to be locating is the Tai Yang or the Great Sun. This is the point that's located right by your temples. So it's on both sides of your face. These points are actually very instinctive for people. It's very common that when someone has a headache, they'll just instinctively massage these points. Just going to be placing a little mark there, a little mark on this side. This is going to help us relieve any tension on your head, relieve any headaches, migraines, and just help with overall relaxation. Okay, so these are the 4 points. along with the third eye. So in total, we have 5 points in the face and neck area. So now I'm going to proceed with massage. Okay, we're going to be applying some facial oil to help us with the massage. First, I'm going to start massage with my hands. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to proceed to apply very mild pressure on each one of these points. We're using different elements as well to apply the pressure. The first tool we used was stone, which helps us ground the energy. Now we're using a wooden pressure point tool, which is softer. And finally, we're gonna apply some pressure with a metal tool, which is harder and helps us conducting the energy. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and look up. This last tool helps us apply a very targeted pressure. going to be moving on to the hands. Just go ahead and relax. Next point that we're going to be locating here is the pericardium 6. This point is located 3 finger widths up from the wrist joint and right between the 2 tendons. Just going to be making a little mark here. So these 2 points are very known for helping relieve any motion sickness, but they're also strongly related to stress, anxiety, and insomnia. And the next point is the heart 7, which is located right at the crease of the wrist joint. This point is important as it relates to slowing down the heart. Okay, be removing this. First, I'm applying some light pressure with my thumbs. Going to be applying a little bit more targeted pressure. And finally, some very targeted point pressure tools. The next points that we're going to locate are along your clavicles. I'm going to be touching your chest. Just expect my touch right here, right by the neck. I'm going to be locating the midpoint between your rotor cuff, located on the shoulder joint, and the midline of your neck. Locating the midpoint right here, just below the clavicle. Okay, so first I'm starting with just gentle pressure with my thumbs. These pressure points are usually a little bit sore, so it is normal if you feel a little bit of discomfort. Now we're going to be applying pressure in a larger area. Finally, we're going to be applying more targeted pressure. So we're going to be addressing a couple of points on your legs as well. Okay. The first point that we're going to be addressing on your legs is the stomach. 36. This one is found 4 finger widths below the bottom of the kneecap. So right about here. And it's 1 finger width out from the shin bone. So right about here. This point is also called a 3-mile point. And it's known to relieve symptoms like insomnia, nausea, stomach pain. Carrying that on this side as well. So we go 4 finger widths down and 1 to the side. Right here. Okay. And now we're going to be locating the spleen 6, SP6. This point is located on the inside of the ankle. So it's 3 finger widths up. Right here. And we go 3 finger widths up on the left side as well. Okay. Okay. First, we're going to start with these points and applying some pressure over a larger area in the general location of the point. And lastly, we're applying a little bit more targeted pressure on this pressure point. Okay, so now we're going to apply pressure directly over each one of these pressure points. Okay, Amanda, now I'm going to ask you to actually turn around facing down for me, please. Okay. Next points that we're going to be locating, these are going to be the last ones that we're going to be addressing during today's session. It's the wind, pool, or gallbladder 20. So these points are also known as the gates of consciousness, and they're located where the base of the skull and the top of the neck meet. I'm going to start with this point on your right side. So I'm going to put a tiny touch right here. Okay, then the other side, right here. For these pressure points, I'm going to start with this massager tool that's going to help us apply pressure to both points. And along with that, massage the scalp and relax the general area. Okay, I'm actually going to have you rest your forehead on your arms, just like that. I'm going to be applying a little bit of pressure over a larger area. Okay. I'm going to be applying some very targeted pressure. So that's it for today's session. Just gonna let you get up at your own time.